And I had an opportunity to show a 20-minute clip of the film to legislators and policymakers on Capitol Hill. And Senator Leahy came up to me afterwards and he said, I had a chance to see your film about 6 weeks ago, and I want you to know that we put an extra $25 million in the budget because of that film. And, you know, that doesn't happen every day when you're making films.
And 1,000 of their purchasing agents watched Blue Vinyl in a closed room, and they made a commitment to change their flooring. So every new hospital has PVC-free, hard, healthcare-based flooring, which they had to push their manufacturer to create, which then the manufacturer had to do, which then pushed a lot of other manufacturers to do it too. It's not very sexy, it's flooring.
And I happen to believe that film has tremendous power to affect individuals, to move them in many, many different ways.
And what we're seeing, and again, it's absolutely remarkable, is that's translating into action.
Just telling the truth, just being truthful about what you've seen, what's out there. It's not necessarily like defying orders. Speak the truth.
It's very similar to what filmmakers do, you know, with fictional films and documentaries, which is to provoke thought and maybe try to, in my case, have the reader at the end of the book see something in a new light.
We think we can be much more effective casting a broad net, and that not only can we, but we have to do that, because that's obviously going to be critical in really being able to accomplish change.
Film is the vehicle for the idea or social issue, but you really do need to think about the community around your film. How are you going to distribute it? And I think a lot of filmmakers spend so much energy making the film, they're depleted and exhausted by the time they're done, and that to me is the starting point.
A social change filmmaker first has to make something that makes sense to them, that's a good piece of art for them, but they also have the responsibility to make sure that it matters to an audience, that it will actually make some change.
That filmmaker who's really committed to making films, to try to change things and to get a different vision out there.
I think it's a combination of the technology. I also think it's a combination, unfortunately, of not only the technology but so much injustice that is happening. There's so many stories to tell, important ones to tell.
Look, there's a moment right now to actually kick documentary and social issue filmmaking to a whole new level, and we're seeing it. We're seeing it right here being born at the Sundance Film Festival.
And when we leverage something like this and we make those links, it works. So
the funds that are raised through the film go back to groups working with the kids in our film. They go back to the kids directly. Some of the funds go back, and it goes back to making more films about things like this. So hopefully it will keep going.
But I think all of this, and hopefully why everybody's sitting in this room, is that, you know, we want to you know, make a good movie as that medium to reach a larger audience, but we want to do it because we want to raise awareness about an issue.
Yeah, it matters, and make more of these movies and see all of them.
Documentaries have not only played a role in taking film more into a cultural exchange, which we're very committed to, I mean, rather than just straight entertainment, but also I think it's become a little bit of the truth to power